Hello,
All righty.
John.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm okay. What about yourself?
I'm good. I think a little bit of your weather's pushing down here for Florida. It's like in 50 degrees. It's freezing.
I'm in Chicago, so we are freezing, man.
Yeah, you're about 50 degrees below me, I think.
And love the background. You have all the nice stuff at the back.
Yeah, I got all kinds of nonsense there if you look. I've
Ooh.
got about 17, 18 guitars, what have you. Every
Well,
guitar has a different song in it, so we have to do that. I've got the old girl here.
yes.
Ta-da, the real deal.
How many shows has this bus has seen?
Oh, geez. Well, that bass was made in 1980, so it's coming up on what, 45 years old?
I was about to say 10 years or so.
What's that?
I was about to say 10 years or so, right?
Oh, a bit longer than that, yeah.
Okay.
I
Hey,
used to
happy
take I
birthday to
used to
Mike.
take that bass to work in like 1980 through 82. I
Okay.
used to carry it in a case 2 miles and go to my job, do my job, go into a little closet and play bass all through lunchtime and bring it back every day. So we've got some history.
You do. You do. And happy birthday to Mike.
Yes, indeed. I just wished him that. There, I have to give him a shout later on. Yeah.
Speaking of birthdays, 50 years of Raven, right?
Yep. 50 years as of last year. We did the full world tour to
Mm-hmm.
celebrate, which was awesome. Really cool. And initially, the EP that's coming out on February 14th, Can't Take Away the Fire. That should have come out the tail end of last year, but events conspired against us. But we'll just stretch it out. So comes out
Oh, so you
in
had it,
February.
you had it ready, but you had it to delay that, right?
Yeah, there was some mastering issue, and then nonsense with the art, the usual stupid things that happen. But it's all together, and it only bothered us because we were the only ones that knew about it. We kept it all on the quiet. So
That's fair. And you did 83 shows in 2024. Did I read that correctly? With across 22 countries,
yeah,
and then you had the energy to write new music. How did that work?
uh, because we write all the time. The ideas came up during the touring. And whenever Mark plugs in, I've always got the phone and he's playing. I'm like, what's this? Play that again? Let's just keep that on the record in case, we need another riff or what have you. So we knew Mike was moving and was going to have to rebuild his studio. So we knew there'd be a time gap before getting into doing the next album. So it's just like, well, let's do something to fill that hole, you know. And the whole thing of doing something to celebrate the 50-year thing. It all got bundled into that. So it's good that this is out. It keeps the ball rolling and it points to where we're going, which is by the sounds of it, we're going to lunatic land, which is exciting.
Well, okay, I don't want to sound disrespectful, and I hope you understand that. But the new songs I hear are fast, heavy. Your vocals, man, remind me of the first. I won't say old. The first Raven album. So what is going on here? We are
It's
talking
just
about 50 years, but you have the energy of teenagers.
crack crazed 19-year-olds. Yeah. Uh, we just know what excites us and we're pushing towards that. So we loved the last album. The last album, great. Okay, where are we going from there? And we're just continuing to take it that little bit further from there. So like you say, fast, heavy, but melodic,
Mhm.
lots of hooks. Hooks in the guitar solos and then craziness and, crazy drums, crazy bass, but logic behind it, structure, and then left turns. And, it's what we've built our career on. but just, condensed, more potent, more powerful. So just keep boiling it down to the essence.
So did are these songs do these songs capture the energy the band had during last year that you were touring so extensively?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Uh, there's we had so many good shows on this tour. I mean, we started in the UK back in like February, March, which was fun. We were playing with a girls' school in Alcatraz and Air Force. It was a great bill. Uh, Probably the best received shows we've done in the UK in forever, probably ever. That was really good for us. We did a full US tour, like 43 dates in about like 45 days. I think we had 3 days that were travel days. Everything else was a gig. It was crazy. We did South America,
Mm-hmm.
which was awesome. Uh, Australia, Japan, Singapore, Europe, did a bunch of festivals. We did Wacken, we did Alcatraz, we did some gigs in between. So yeah, we got around. We did a lot of stuff.
I got jet lag just by hearing all the places.
Yeah. Well, what we're trying to do right now, we'll get into that later. We're trying to sort out going back to Greece. So let's see what happens with that. That would be fun.
Yeah, I hope you have also Chicago because now I'm
Oh,
Chicago.
that's mandatory. You'd shoot me if we didn't do that. Yeah, yeah, we definitely. Like I
So,
said, we'll get into that stuff in a minute. We'll get there.
so as you said, you wanted to release something while Mike was setting up his new studio. So that means that these songs are not part of the sessions for the next Raven album, correct?
No, no, it's standalone. It's
Okay.
standalone in the sense that something like Raven Mad was, or what have you, definitely. But it's like I say, it's going to be a connecting piece from where we were to where we're going. It's a part of the journey. It's a snapshot of where we are kind of at the moment, which is it's cool. It's going to be fun playing with. Got to play some of these songs live. It'd be awesome.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah. Do you see playing the records live?
sorry.
Do you see playing the records live?
Yeah, I think that would be fun. It's definitely different,
Yeah.
and it was. I mean, it came up with me noodling on the guitar, like basically doing classical, going like.
The guitar doesn't come through though. I cannot hear much.
We got that, and it's like, well, how do we boil that down to its essence and play it loud? And so once I had that, it's like, okay, then all we need is, like a verse and an intro riff, and then everyone chipped in, and it made sense.
There is also the riff that you said is almost has a Black Sabbath maybe, or even I don't know,
It's
Trouble
it's
maybe.
it's got 1969, 1970 stamped all over it. It sounds, Black Sabbathy. It sounds a bit Led Zeppelin-y. It's
Hmm.
it's a bit of all of that stuff because, hey, that's part of our roots, absolutely. So it's a little bit of homage to that.
And I love what Mike has been doing with the drums. There is a lot of energy on that particular song going on. The
Yeah,
complicated
that
chords.
was out of his wheelhouse, as it were. And it's just like, what do I do on this? And it's play hard. That's what you got. And he, followed direction wonderfully. And the funny thing is, I mean, he literally broke half of his kit doing that. At the very end, there's this big chord,
Right.
and then you hear his sticks as he throws them on the floor.
So it was not a good occasion because I thought that I'm done, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
done.
yeah. It was the celebratory. That's it. I'm done. Thank God.
Speaking of things that just came up in the recording, what Mark, I guess it's Mark, is saying in the beginning of Give Me a Lie.
He says Wilma.
I got that right. So what
Yeah.
Wilma is that?
Did you ever see the Flintstones as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't ask
What?
me where it came from, but he
Okay,
did it. So there you go.
because
So
that was my follow-up.
we had to keep it in.
Um, so you have in that specific song, you have a lyric that says, "Give me a lie to believe in." That sounds extremely relevant. What's happening nowadays, or maybe the last 5 years or more?
Oh yeah, the whole lyric is about that. I'm trying to remember actually what the lyric is. It's up is down and black is white. Like it's very hard to put any credence in anything.
Mm.
Exalted officers of the government say one thing, and then you find out later on it's something else totally. So we live in interesting times.
Interesting or confusing times?
Yeah, very. It's uh, it's very difficult to glean what is happening with certain events, and all you can do is not take anything for granted and try and do your research and try and figure out, okay, who benefits?
Mm.
The old cui bono, who's going to make money at the end of this? Maybe they're the bad guy. Let's try and figure it out. But hey, everything changes, and it's all about to change again, and hopefully for the better. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and it's bizarre that nowadays you said you use the word research. Nowadays we have so many resources to research, but yet we are still getting not the truth. We are not getting the truth.
No, it's we didn't get flying cars, but we did get lying governments. Okay. That's where we are in 2025. And of course, when you look at the abilities that these people have, we got to think we're lucky because 1984 could be instituted in a heartbeat,
Mhm.
and it hasn't yet. So, you know,
Maybe,
hopefully they'll put it down and not use it as a handbook for instruction and just as a novel. That would be good.
yeah, but we can see that some of the things described in that book are very. It's easy to implement, easier than the book is saying to implement these days.
Yeah, I mean, they have one thing that's not so much in that now is the technical ability they have now to,
Mm-hmm.
deep fakes and, imitating people's voices. And I mean, you see these joke things where they show politicians and they change their words, and
Yeah.
you can tell it's degraded slightly, and you can also tell that you know for a fact that, whoever, the CIA, whoever, have the ability to do this where you would never tell 100%.
Mm.
And that's kind of scary because then, oh, look at this, such and such, whatever, murdered somebody, and they got a video, it's a guy with a gun going boom, 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 and it could be completely fake. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
no idea at all. So that's you just have to be, and it's really easy when things come up on social media to have a knee-jerk reaction like, "Oh, this guy's an idiot." You gotta like back off and think before you even comment on anything anymore, because you might be very, very wrong.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
never have happened at all, or it might
How,
have been the other way around, totally.
how much, kind of trying to change a little bit the subject, but how much of this development or this fakeness, if you may, do you see coming into the music? Because nowadays I
Oh
can
yeah.
write music and I don't
Oh
have
yeah.
an idea how to do that.
Yeah, you know for a fact there's people there using AI to write and to do lyrics and to create music. And I'd seen videos. There was a guy who goes, do a song with dystopian lyrics in the style of Muse, and it came up and it sounded exactly like the band. I was like, oh man, that's like scary. Uh,
Amazing.
so I don't know. I don't know if a lot of that stuff's discernible, that you can tell that it's fake or not, because I haven't heard enough of it, and I really don't want to. Uh, I'd prefer to write music myself with all my own idiosyncrasies and faults and errors and not have perfect AI music because that plays into that whole, you know, Spotify with, oh, I'll just hit Spotify and put easy listening or hard rock or country or classical, and you get, like background music and you don't know who's playing and
Yeah,
you don't care. And I care about music a lot, and I want to know. I want the package, I want the
nice.
Queen One package with the extra tracks and the booklet telling you who did what and who did, I want all that stuff. I don't want faceless, nameless noise in the background. I don't want any of that.
But the problem is that the more you serve stuff like that, the more, especially the younger generations, get used to this, right? They
Yeah, there
think
are
that,
people kicking back against it, and
yeah,
they'll talk to their parents and go, what was Spotify like when you were young? And they'll laugh at them and go, no, we used to make mixtapes like this, and they'll go into their parents' CD, vinyl, or tin box collection and go, wow, and then they'll go into the rabbit hole on the internet, and so you'll have these 18, 19-year-old kids who are just so knowledgeable. I mean,
yes,
I went into a record store in California before New Year there and was just looking to see what they got. And I hear this noise coming up to the store. I hear bang, 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 bang. I'm like, and it's the Who doing a quick one from the Rock and Roll Circus by the Rolling Stones live. And I walk in, and the kid running the shop's like 19-year-old. I goes, does it get any better than this? And he goes, no, it doesn't get any better than this. And he was totally into it. And, that gives me hope.
there is hope. Speaking of vinyl, are there any thoughts for releasing the EP on vinyl?
There's mumbles about it. It's we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Uh, that's all I know. I know a good friend of mine got in touch about that and was like, sod it, if they won't do it, I will. So we'll see what happens. But we'd like to do it, with the colored vinyl and it would round that off very nicely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest, but I submitted my order anyways, um, to celebrate the occasion with you guys.
Yeah, it's always good having the artwork on a 12 by 12 format where you can see everything nicely.
Yeah. Speaking of
Absolutely.
the artwork, of the big artwork that we can see, what was the connection? What is the connection between the lyrics and the artwork we see in the EP?
Uh, Basically, it's what's written on the rockets. Fun. It's a fun artwork, just like it's a fun project. And the artwork ideas are gleaned and they come off from the last album. We had spiders with laser beams. Now this spider's got what appears to be surface to air missiles, and we're hiding in the front there. If you look deep enough, we're buried in there, getting knocked around by creatures. And apparently the spider's on our side at this point. These are all crazy ideas that Mike's coming up with, and we're letting him take that ball and run with it because it looks great. It's fun. And
Yeah.
one of
Uh,
the cool things on that last tour is we had the backdrop, the full artwork. And it was like wherever we went, once that was up, we were in our own little world. It was very cool.
awesome. Who did the mixing and mastering?
Mixed and mastered by a guy called Lassie Lammert, who's German and is absolutely phenomenal. He did All Hell's Breaking Loose.
Hmm.
He's done this, and Mike's worked with him on a number of other things. And he's just totally into the music and great technical mind. Give us a lot of technical help and suggestions when we were setting up for All Hell's Breaking Loose specifically. It was like, what guitar are you recording that with? How far is the pickup from the strings? It's too close. You need to back it off by, like a 16th of an inch. We're like, what? And we did, and you could hear a difference. And it was like, damn, we got to redo these 5 songs and crazy stuff like that. So
Crazy.
he's got the ears of a bat, pretty much.
Okay, touring. You said something in the beginning that you are working on something for this for 2025.
Yeah, we're doing Hell's Heroes in Houston on March 20th, which is a cool newer festival, very much in the vein of a European festival. So looking forward to that. Mark is going to be having some medical stuff done right after that, as his ankle is just about bone on bone at this point.
Oof.
He needs a replacement. This is all residual from his accident back in 2001. So he's in a lot of pain with that. He needs to get that fixed. And then, you know, working on a new album, getting that together, hopefully having it recorded by then. We're booking dates in Europe for September. Got a few festivals, club dates, what have you. And like I said, Greece was mentioned. We hopefully we can get there. Maybe Spain as well. And if it was up to me, I'd keep going. Let's see what they've got. And also the States in either August or October. Either side, one or the other, yeah.
Still 2025, right?
In
Okay.
2025, absolutely.
So whatever Mark is going to do for his uncle, you said, um, he will need some physiotherapy, right?
Yeah, he needs like a good 8 weeks because it's the ankle, and it's not like the knee or the hip where they get you up walking around immediately. He has to have at least a good 2, 3 weeks of doing nothing. And
Oh
then they
man.
can give him that little scooter thing that you balance your knee on. You can get around with that. And then, you know, but he's got a track record in recovering from crazy accidents. So I'm hopeful if he gets it done the end of March, you got like April, May, by June, mid-June, he should be good to go pretty much.
Uh, Judging by his craziness on stage, I cannot imagine how you can keep him still.
No,
For
I can't either. And there's been occasion where you'll see him in a corner just curled up, hurting big time.
oh man.
But he never complains. He just gets up and does it, and the adrenaline and the energy from the audience gets him through it every time.
Oh man, I give him the best. I don't know. It's very, very, very difficult, and he has been gone through a lot of stuff. Um, okay. You did release the visualizer for "Can Take Away the Fire." Are you gonna release anything else from DCP?
I don't know. Let's see. We might put another one together. I know some people are going to be playing, I think, Power Hungry before it's released, but that would be it until the release on the 14th, pretty much. But as far as other videos, I'm not sure at the moment. We'll see.
Okay. What about the live recorded songs that you included? How did you choose those?
That was basically we wanted something old, we wanted something mid-period, and we wanted something new, old, new, borrowed and blue, as it were. So, uh, someone had given me this bootleg from 1984 when we played with Judas Priest in Rotterdam, I think it was, or Amsterdam. And the crowd are just absolutely insane on it. And it was like, okay, that's cool. And then I was looking through tapes, and there was a one from Germany from 91, a great version of Architect of Fear. Boom, let's go with that. And then we had a one from 2 years ago playing in Jersey, doing The Power off the Metal City album. Crazy energy. Let's go with that. And then you can listen because there's almost, 40 years worth of distance between them, and it's the same noisy idiots that were doing it in the first place.
Come on, man. By the way, in the promo that I have, they have the Architect of Fear and Don't Need Your Money reversed. So I was
Oh,
looking
well,
at
there you go.
Architect of Fear 1984. That cannot be.
That would be a bit strange. Yeah, there you go.
Although I know that you like Doctor Who, so maybe you time traveled, something like that, maybe. uh, John, thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else that you would like to say that I forgot to ask?
Just, thanks to everyone out there for supporting us for so very, very long. And, we'll not let you down. Great new music coming February 14th, like I said, and a brand new album getting recorded in 2025. So, and we'll see you out on the road.
Absolutely.
Kicking ass.
Please give my love to Mike and Mark, and see you on the road, man.
Will do, man. You take care.
Absolutely. Bye bye.
Yes.